No, he's not going to be less of a rotter, and I don't think that any of his vices have lessened, unfortunately. No. He doesn't get any better.
Because in the last series, I mean, 2 women and babies and all sorts going on there. I mean, he's a real lightning rod for villainy in the show, isn't he?
Yeah, absolutely, he is. I think it's of his own making. I don't think anyone could suggest that he is the victim, one of life's victims. He has caused all the pain that he brings upon himself, and I think he deserves it all as well.
Do you like getting to unleash him? Do you miss him when you're not playing him?
That's a really tricky question, because we're always told you must love your characters, no matter who you play, you must love them. But he's a difficult man to love. The way I find my way around it is I find some of the things he does quite funny. So there may be the highlights, that when he's particularly pompous and self-referential, then maybe I try and find that a bit funny. But yeah, he's not someone who you want to be carrying around with you. And sometimes you do think, when you do something instinctively in a scene as Ossie, you think, oh my goodness, that came from inside me. Like, what is wrong with me? Yeah, it's a worry. It's a worry.
Do you go back to the trailer and sit and have a little think about what you've done?
Yeah, sometimes. Honestly, in all seriousness, there were a couple of moments when we were filming some particularly difficult scenes where you had to go off and have a little sit down, because it's horrific being so horrible to people. And when you get along as well as Elise and I do, and we've become friends over the course of the last couple of series, to be that horrible to her you actually have to shout at her, you actually have to say those words that come out of your mouth. That's obviously a very different character. So yeah, it can be a bit difficult. Yeah, I've had to go and sit in a dark room for a little while, yeah.
You don't torture yourself by reading those online comments about his character and behaviour, do you?
I just occasionally get sent them by friends. There's a particularly juicy or particularly brilliant one, yeah. My friend sent me one the other day from her cousin, I believe, who said, I've never wanted to castrate a character on television more. So I've achieved something in life, if nothing else.
Do you kind of think, job done?
Absolutely, yeah. Maybe. Well, I mean, if he wasn't repulsive, then maybe we hadn't done the job that we were supposed to do. He is a repulsive character. He does repulsive things. And so if the viewers aren't repulsed, then, yeah, I don't think we've done our job.
And he's worse in Series 4, or at least continuing upon the same kind of path.
I think he is worse. Initially, when I read the scripts, there was one of the scripts of Series 4, I thought, oh, okay, my goodness, he's just as bad. But he does some things in this series which I think are even worse than what happened in Series 3. Yeah, awful.
And just finally, I was going to ask you, you're wearing the Era 50/50 badge. How long have you been a supporter of the cause?
I hope I've been a supporter of the cause since before it was named, became the hashtag, before the organisation was set up. It just makes sense to me that men and women should be paid the same for doing the same job.
I mean, have you seen female colleagues, not be given the dues they deserve simply because they're women?
I've not had a first-hand experience where somebody has come up to me and said, this is what I'm getting paid, what are you getting paid? I think there's a bit of privacy there, you don't talk about it. But my wife works in the entertainment industry, she works behind the camera, and I'm fully aware that women get paid less for doing the same job as men do in our industry, and we've got to put a stop to it.